Hey, good morning, traders. How we doing? Whew, market. How about that? That was a big old one. Uh, did you make any trades yesterday? I haven't traded in the last 2 days. I've been busy. I was just gonna come in here and kind of play around a little bit. Just, you know, we want to ground ourselves in what we can, you know, concretely see as, um, the structure that we can lean into. Interesting. Yeah, it's about the same. Right. The market moves in a very rhythmic way, either up or down. And right now it's a mess because our country's leadership is um, you know, turning things around and shaking things up for better or for worse. I don't know. But we've taken out our biggest structure. So we're now below where our November 5th, our election day was. So um, this is definitely the place of no return. And any hopes of our shelf coming to fruition? It tried to, right? There's a couple of, couple of trades in there, but it's just really, really, this is so tough to trade in, guys. This is just so tough. You know, wow, look at that. Did we look at the news the other day? I don't even know if, like, I don't even know what's going on. We had some manufacturing. We had some stuff. Today we've got stuff there, right? Non-farm payrolls coming out. That means Friday we're gonna have a bunch of stuff, right? Friday unemployment rate comes out on Friday. Um, Today's Wednesday, right? Yeah, so there's a couple things coming out. Yeah, well, um, the trades I'm making right now are very, well, I haven't traded this week, but are very tight. I'm looking for very small get in, get out kind of thing where I'm not going to take a lot of heat. I start about here, I get out about here, right? I start my day around 7:15 trading. So this is your day, basically, right? Right? Yeah, basically. Price comes down here and bounces around. How many 3-to-1 trades did we see, right? We have an impulse leg down, draw it across. There's one, right? Impulse leg down, draw it across. Yeah. The challenge with this one is that you don't know where it's going to go. And this stop's huge. Dang, these stops are big. You know, that's a lot of cheddar. But it's all there, right? It's all there to be had. And we see it show up over and over and over again. Yeah, I could have done all this ahead of time, but you know what? Right? Impulse leg, shelf. Step 3, wash. Step 4, test, and then re-enter. You may want to think about, there's nothing wrong with trying to enter in. If you're, so I'm trying to you know, look for these. I don't know this is going to happen, right? As far as I'm concerned, impulse leg down, impulse leg down, impulse leg down. Now, like I said, another post, like you can, from the base of where this launches, right down here. Sometimes I'll throw an order on the back side of that because I have a stop, right? And I don't necessarily ignore all this stuff, but I kind of ignore a couple steps, basically the shelf. And then you can just use that as a guide as you go through these other things. So, but then the other steps, like this one here doesn't really pull back until here, which I don't know if that's really, after seeing a lot of these, I don't necessarily chase, I want a tighter pullback. If this came down here and then it was like straight up into here, this is kind of giving it, but you can see how it runs into this, that zoom there, it kind of gives it a little business and then it takes off. And these all get wiped out until you get to the third one. And then it starts coming back down again. This is definitely a place of interest, or a place where orders are put, right? And then as it continues on, right? As it continues on, it runs into these things here. And stops right down here. That's an hour, right? One trade, it's tough too. I'd probably be out somewhere in here. I don't know. I just kind of get, as much as I'd love to say I like to see him run, I get nervous around some of these. I mean, you got a 40% win rate, man. You just, gotta do what you can. So here we are here. Price hasn't really done, much. Looking at, did it take it out? Oh, it did. There's orders right down here. There are orders right below that guy. Right? And then price dilly-dallies. And this is just hard to trade because it's not a really clear, if you sold this again, if you had this here, the stop right there, yeah, there's another trade based on this action over here. You even got out before it hit the low. So that's what, 2? If you want to call this dinker a trade, then you can call it a trade. But I see it because A, it's hindsight, and B, these coils often, after an impulse, these coils, I'll trade them because they'll just continue on. And I use the like the low, the shelf. It's such a tight little spot, but it's not buy it down by here and just put your order down here. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy here. I don't know why I put an arrow there. Impulse up, kind of has this shelf, hits this here, you're in right there. And it works again. I don't know why that's there. So you got a couple of them off of these little boxes. And then, price does this thing where you're now impulse, You can just kind of run the paces, impulse. Gives you a little shelf. If you bought that there, you can manage. It's not going to work out, but you can manage. Then it collapses, and now you're kind of, and then look at how it bounces off of this guy here, and it comes up and bounces into there again. So if you're in here, if you're short here off of this, on this tick here with a stop up there, you kind of have to go through all this. You're really excited that it's starting to work, and then you're kind of pissed that you didn't take your money or change your order. Oftentimes I will stay, I'll even move to break even, which bites you in the butt, or maybe I'll stay, closer. I'll tighten up my stop, just, because it hasn't worked itself out yet, and there's still things going on, that, because seriously, you're excited, you're pissed, you're excited, you're pissed, you're excited, you're really pissed, and then it kind of goes through it, and you're okay, you're good. That's the emotional train you're on. Another impulse down. There's a kind of a coil here. It gives you all the characteristics of a sell, of a trade, of our setup, right? You got the impulse leg, you got the shelf, you got the wash, and then all those guys that were hiding out behind this guy here got stopped out. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, you're a 30 to 40% win rate. You're going to get stopped out. And this is going to happen. And you're going to get, smoked on something. That didn't work. But that's why I try to not sit right behind it. I try to sit up a little behind something else. And that one went right there. I would have survived that because of that stop right there. But you can manage it, right? It gets down here and starts doing some funky stuff. Yeah, boom, you're out. You got a 1-to-1 trade. Congratulations. So as the morning goes on, we just keep looking for that impulse leg. Here's an impulse up here. Took out all this stuff. Things are maybe going to start changing, right? Where's my shelf? I got this here, got this here. It doesn't really come back to anything in there. All right. Here's another box. These are really cool because they help you. To me, once I realized how easy they were to trade, I kind of trade them quite a bit. But you have that there, and then it's just you're looking for the continuation. You're just looking for that next. That's almost the same size. That's what you're looking for there. Right? And what kind of risk we have here? So you're down here at the bottom of this thing, so you can you're going to be below that guy, and that's kind of but maybe jump down a little bit more, right? Say, well, can I get what can I? I mean, this is actually a really nice setup because you're now within this pressure cooker here, and you can see how it zooms through there. It does it again, right? Gives us another box. Gives us another whole nother setup. That's why you just have to you got to stay on top of this stuff. You got to so this one here, somewhere in here you'd want to be in on this chunk, and this one here is right. It's going to give you what you want, that impulse and that that hit, and you're almost out in that whole thing. That's a great little trade too. I like these little trades. Just a couple of these a week, guys. That's it. You don't need a lot, and I'm not I've traded enough to know that I can sit back and relax and just kind of wait for all this stuff to play out. That's a tough one because it gives you a little impulse, a little shelf, little guy there, and then this just gets cleaned out, right? You don't put your stop rate behind there, you put it down below, and even that would have cut you. Can we see that one? And then more impulse up, impulse up. That one's tricky, right? Hard down, hard up. I'd be like, that's a wash. Price hits here. Doesn't really take it out. Maybe you're eager. You just want to be below there. You get a 3-to-1 there. Little guy. But my point is, if you want to go bigger, you can manage this, right? Price takes off here. And now right here. You're not down. You're not taking a huge hit. And maybe if you have, several contracts, 5, 10, 15, 20 contracts, you move to break even. Market's weird right now. But notice something here. I just saw it. This is why I do this stuff, guys. Because I want to see as much of this as possible. Right? As much of this as possible. Right? There's your shelf. Right? You have all these touch points here. They all got wiped out. Price takes off. Price comes back down. Now it doesn't hit directly there, but that's the idea, right? And then this is probably the one here. Stop down there, catch that trade. Right? Now how do you catch that trade off of this? Oftentimes, if that's my shelf, I'll bump it up. And in this case, maybe I just missed it. But you know what? This is the double-edged sword. Impulse. This is how you can get into trouble or you can catch a trade. Is you just keep following the impulse up. Because this is how price expands, right? Impulse up. Comes down. Takes off. Resets. Boom. Gives it a little room. Now you're in. That's not a bad trade at all. Not a bad trade at all. And you're still right on the top of the pressure cooker this one. So you guys play with your swings. See how many different ways this on the downside and the upside. Notice how different they are on the downside than they are on the upside. Right? They're a little different. They're a little different. So that was yesterday. There's a couple things going on. Looks like I missed a pretty decent day. I'm assuming that price is just going to keep falling off the cliff because there's really nothing, the tariffs that are going in, there's really nothing that's inspiring people to be like, yeah, I want to, start buying up S&P 500. I don't know. I'm not that kind of guy. You know what I mean? I look for trades I can see. Look for trades that I can get into, and trades that I can profit from. That's it, guys. You don't need any more than that. Couple setups a day. Take 2, miss 1. Take 3, miss 2. Just don't get impulsive. Don't get frustrated. Take a break. I know how it feels to miss a trade. I know how it feels to get stopped out. Sucks. But live with it. Be with it. It'll be good for you. All right. Talk later.